Could actually get caught off guard. Serson, that's the bomb. He had a chance. There was a tiny window where it could have prevented the bomb from making it into the bomb site, but he will manage to elude him. 3v5, and look at the flank as well, Vince. This is looking rough. Apex will be found. They won't be expecting the second player. They haven't seen him yet as dupreeh plucks Serson.
CSGO did get a pick from Catwalk because he was playing very passively and patiently, but it was too little too late. The bomb's now been planted down. dupreeh already with 2, still in the fight. Whereas Crimbo and Faven have to move on to the side, out into the open, but Crimbo has connected, and now Faven has chances, and he will finish the frag off. The bomb planted out in the open. There is a kit in the hands of Crimbo, and a flashbang to precede that peek into ramp, where Faven will gobble down the kill, but it's down to dupreeh, takes the frag in the back, and all he has to do now is wait. dupreeh may very well pick up a 4K as well. This round is done. Super close though, and so many moving parts in the process. dupreeh may get his head removed, but they have...
And, you know, divert the attention to the CTs, but now the B play coming in, and the 2 CTs towards short. This could catch them off guard, Vince. It's all about the timing.
I've boosted up as well, but it seems like they're more preoccupied with middle. And in doing so, they get caught out. Magisk and Masuta both come out with kills. And although Masuta and ZywOo are both underneath 5 HP, ZywOo may not be required because dupreeh is putting down the pain in middle. And that opens up the B site again. How brutal this round is on the side of Big. They're in a position where they may think they've done a lot of damage, but you're in a 2v3 with an AWP on a retake, no kits, but they have dealt the fatal blow to dupreeh. But they're pulling out. Vitality are going to win this round.
They have no idea how low Masuta and ZywOo are. They probably know how low Masuta was because they did deal quite a bit of damage inside of B apartment. With ZywOo, that was unconfirmed damage through the smoke from tabseN early in the round. I did worry there, Vince. I was like, yeah, like they're going for the short play, short boost, but the timing could catch him off guard. And the timing, it was the worst timing possible for Big while trying to boost up. Able to only find 1. Huge kills, good trade by Masuta towards the B bomb site. Oh, this is fast.
Oh, they're picking up the pace. This is rapid. They're already closing the gap, but CSGO and Faven will be passing with flying colors. Magisk is the only player to answer back on the T's. And dupreeh picks up the pace. Molly down, but tabseN stands his ground. And ZywOo, all that remains, will get the free frag onto tabseN, although nearly made a meal of that. Bit off more than he could chew. And with a low Crimbo, this is not out of the realms of possibility. The Magician, ZywOo, still almost full HP. Plenty of time. Has control over the bomb and a Molotov to try and cordon off one of these areas and force the CTs into awkward angles. That Molly allows him to just clear all of these angles now on the site so he can feel comfortable. CSGO passes by on the marketplace, doesn't see ZywOo relocating in towards the market himself. And if he takes down Crimbo, this could get so messy, so quick. There is the frag, still 81 to his name, as he peeks back out, but there is CSGO, and Big finally claim their first round.
You could see Peter 50. dupreeh comes charging out, and he will be found. They still have the AWP, though, for the very first time in the hands of ZywOo.
CSGO, though, will have him dead to rights if he continues to peek. They're both waiting the other side of the smoke. ZywOo, his brain is so big with this AWP. He knows when to back away, when to re-peek, and CSGO never stood a chance. The early kill into dupreeh has now been equalized, balanced back out, the scales no longer tipping in Big's favor. In fact, you could argue it's in Vitality's, as with the 4v4, it spread the Big team out that little bit more. And now with a minute left on the clock, Vitality are taking systematic control over the B-apps. Crimbo goes down to the hands of Magisk, and now Faven has to have a huge round, try and stall. tabseN is rotating in quickly alongside Tizian, but they stomp Faven from above. And tabseN's made moves through on the marketplace, could very well deny the bomb plant. There it comes in, but now his position is known. 3 players to find and frag, second goes his way. A low Magisk has been removed, and the bomb is now down on the site. This round is in the palm of tabseN's hands, and he snatches the life out of Vitality. What a beautiful clutch from the IGL.
That's a 1.
And the smoke's still up. Every chance to get this bomb planted now on the side of Vitality. Smoke's now clearing, but Masuda's going to dust off the cobwebs, and only Crimbo's came back in with one of his own. Heavy damage inflicted to multiple Vitality players, but CSGO and Crimbo are now slowly being asphyxiated out of this round, and ZywOo is going to pick up the pace, apply the pressure directly to the forehead with CSGO, and Crimbo cannot get anything in this round. Runs back to his spawn, and dupreeh
something. Apex waiting at the edge of the smoke. Is he going to find the timing? No, he doesn't, but he's been spotted, but immediately he peels back. But then that's the time for Masuda to strike.
Well, the flash from tabseN is so good, fully blinding Masuda, but Apex is there to retort, to retaliate, and to regain the lead in terms of manpower. Vitality still have the Thorn of Crimbo to dethrone, but he can't really get too much done in this position. He's being watched down from Apex as well. Still, though, takes the head of Apex. Plant down in the smoke, but dupree's position here is so solid. He's out on the catwalk side, and I believe the bomb is planted for him. So although they're looking to try and boost over on these CT boxes, which so far it's not working out for them.
Oh, no.
I don't think it matters a great deal either way, though, Blair. Even if they did manage to get a pick on ZywOo, dupree's position is so good. He has a molly. They both have Molotovs. This round's done again. Big are just looking to save, and this has been a reoccurring theme.
Yeah, no kits as well, right? So what Faven would be looking to do is maybe pick up a rifle from one of the fallen Vitality members, perhaps. But yeah, looked a little worrying for a second there. Maybe if the boost worked out, maybe they could have potentially found ZywOo, the AK-47.
Their two defenders are back on CT boxes. The positions for Vitality are very strong right now.
A lot of utility remaining for both the sides here in 45 seconds. So all about the timing, and ZywOo reading it to perfection. Tizian will fall, but he's seen two players now. And tabseN, what can he do from here?
dupree's not going to check this, and tabseN lets him walk by. And there's the veterancy in full swing. He wants to deny the bomb plant. This is beautiful from tabseN, but it's just the one kill. He nearly had more. dupree now up on the CT boxes. tabseN's giving them a chance, a window of opportunity. Smoke in the eyes of the CTs, difficult side to retake, and Faven just takes so much damage. Dropped down to 0, leaving Crimbo on another retake mission. He's had so little to do this game. He's either been wrecked on 5 dethroning CSGO's spot. Even if ZywOo gets around here onto the boxes, CSGO just has to pick off the bomb, and this round is done. 15 seconds, nails the bomb carrier. Good night, Vitality. This round is over. It's so hard to see how ZywOo can win this. He has mollied in. He's being stalled away. Surely ZywOo can't pull this round out of his hat. Surely the Magician is not going to make Big disappear one more time. He's moving into CSGO, and CSGO puts him down. The fact that ZywOo even got a plant there is outrageous.
Yeah, that was just a ridiculous movement from ZywOo. And for a moment there, Vince, I was starting to fear for Big again. Even though it was a flashbang is going to find dupreeh. Flash for short, not expecting anyone there. The open hand of Sursen's going to pluck Masuda, and this round might go the way of Big.
Oh, the miss on Magus, though, gives him a way forward. But there's Crimbo up on the boxes. Apex watching the back, his 3rd kill of the half. ZywOo still alive. And while ZywOo lives, there is always doubt in the hearts of Big. 20 seconds, though, in order to pull off this masterful clutch. And he's going to get picked off from the back. That flash from Apex doing him no favors at all. And it's going to be Vitality 10-5 in the... He's still going to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and Crimbo's doing just that as he puts a bullet in the head of Masuda. With 2 MP9s, though, up close in these kind of ranges, things could get tentative, and Vitality make the read. They make the call. They're rotating. In comes the ZywOo push, though. He had a good read of the situation, and Faven goes in for more. A freebie frag from dupreeh. Can trade up now to the AK-47, but he'll have to deal with CSGO, who is on the prowl with his AWP at range. This is not a range you want to try and take. If you are dupreeh, that does mean that Big will pick up a round on their T side, and CSGO make sure there'll be no save weapons in the process.
And the Deagle crossfire. If there's no flashbang, if they just walk on in, this could be a free kill for the CTs.
Absolutely, there is a flashbang, but still dupreeh. He recognized that possibility, turned his back on it.
No.
And another frag from Masuda. Big getting capitulated, destroyed by Vitality with a 5-7 and Deagle now trading up. There's another one for ZywOo if he wants it, and indeed he will. It's not just the round looking like it'll go in the way of their favor, but they lose one player in the process.
Well, but Magis caught off guard, not expecting tabseN to catch him at that angle, and tabseN just slowly creep walking in. That's going to force Apex to be a little bit more proactive, and proactive indeed he will be, and he's going to find another one on the escape. They know where the 4th player is as well, and that is Sursen, and he will immediately find a bullet between his eyes. They knew where tabseN was. He got the kill towards Cat. Bomb dropped out in the open, round number 14 coming up for Vitality.
Well, tabseN's picked up a 1v4 already. in this game, but this is a whole different ask of him, and the flash drive-by headshot will secure that 14th round. Apex on the rotation now gets shut down in the back though from Searson. The bomb isn't here, it's still reversing round on the T side. Another kill though goes the way of Big. Maybe holding on a little bit longer in this game. Fast rotation on ZywOo through middle, but he's going to get caught by 2 players. I think he's probably heard this though. Indeed he has. Does he expect a second? He does. That in-game IQ spiking again. Doesn't give his position away, but the bomb is going to be getting planted on the other side. And there is Tizian, who just played it patiently and passively. And so Big will be yielding a 7th round, bare minimum. I don't expect Vitality to go in for this one, especially considering that ZywOo is on low money. The rest of them have no issues buying. But just bolster up that buy. Don't get too desperate to finish this map off. Second AWP is down on the ground if they want it. Doubt they'll be picking up 2 AWPs though on the T side. This is more about Masuta. But Tizian, he knows the AWP is down and he understands that it's important for him to stay in this position. If Masuta pushes out, there's 2 players here that are going to deal with him. Does take the kill and he yoinks the AWP and pieces out.
Between the eyes, but that's information gathered by Crimbo, and they might just be walking into this crossfire vents. dupreeh, he doesn't miss these.
Oh, it's so nice. The attention's turned to windows, so Apex can get the second. A beautiful setup, and that could very well be the map going the way of Vitality. Searson in a 1 versus 3 has 20 seconds to his name, has got to push onto this B side. It's his only way forward. And there's players littered around this position right now. 10 seconds on the cross. Whether it's dupreeh, whether it's the player in apps, it doesn't make a difference because the end result is the same. And that's why you have to try and scrape together a bit of a defense. Masuta's getting aggressive, takes the head off in midair, flashbang there afterwards. And Masuta's got both of them, but Tapson from the side comes in. May just trades back out. dupreeh is all that remains. And he does have 1 gun for each of the remaining big players. But they've traded up to the USP themselves. No post plant is in just yet. Positions are a little bit shaky now for dupreeh to contend with, but still removes the head. Keeps himself in this round. Still has 68 HP to his side as well, Blair. And Crimbo's spot still hasn't gone in for the plant.
I don't think they've seen Crimbo. He hasn't got a kill yet, right? And they haven't spotted the C4. The timing is everything. He hears a plant taking place at dupreeh. Oh, no. It's not a plant, Tim Crimbo. Now going to be sticking it, and this is going to be heard now. The 1v1. dupreeh's got Kevlar, he's got a dualies, and it's going to be going against Crimbo and the USP.
Dualies fire off. Oh, there's so many missed bullets on both players. It just takes 1 to connect, and Crimbo will seal.
Look at this, Vince. Heavy presence from the CTs towards mid and towards B. And Tizian is good for 1, but the trade is solid. And I like this aggression here from dupreeh towards B stairs.
Oh, double peek though, double angles to watch out for. And because of this scrappy start, it means that ZywOo's going to take that much longer to get his hands on an AWP. May just burning alive through a flashbang down to 31. And with him being one of the only 2 players remaining over on the B side of the map, that is pretty rough. ZywOo, meanwhile, somehow gets the better of Tapson. Had no right to win that fight considering his back was turned. And it is 3-on-3. All things considered, this round is still up for debate, especially as ZywOo's picked up another frag. And although he's down to 8 HP and his teammate of Mages is 31, they're still putting the frags down with Apex. Grenade up and over, but it's not the weakened Mages. Instead, it's Apex that comes back swinging in with his 3rd kill.
Huge flash as well. For the rest of the CTs, they're feeling pretty comfortable here. But this heavy B-centric defense from Vitality is something that Big could opt to try and disrupt. Look at this 3-man hole. Faven able to find 1, and I don't even know how he's still alive. Magisto replies back. Faven still looking to find more. These trades are fast and furious. Apex lobbing in the nade, however, not able to quite deal too much of damage. Huge round from Faven here early on.
Apex wants to go back in. There's a smoke down there. Could afford him in 1 way. Oh, but his spray is off. He'll feel like he should have done better now. Masuta's caught between 2 completely separate angles. This would be heroics if he pulled it off. Oh, and the A1S not showing traces allows him to just pivot in for a frag. They don't know he's here. Second kill comes in for ZywOo, but there's the re-engage from Tapson. 2 kills go to his way.
No.
Masuta whiffs out on the spray, but more importantly, Tapson gets a 3rd entry. And all the flashes are good to just pave away that and re-engage for a moment. Tabson can now collect his position and his thoughts, and this round feels like it's pretty much a done deal. I'm surprised Magisk is even attempting that. He gets whittled down to 39 HP. Surely this is a save now on the CTs. But that was all Tabson's doing. Just runs in, 3 entries, round over.
And that is what ZywOo getting two kills, one of which was Sirson just getting tapped away. The nade, unfortunately, detonating right behind the bomb site, so there's nothing Vitality can do here. Big, they continue.
On short, good maneuvering from Vitality. They have what looks on paper to be the winning formula here, but if they push through unneeded, unnecessarily, Tizian could punish them, and punish them he shall! 2 kills to Tizian. Apex mollies himself out in the open, and it's all come apart at the seams of Vitality. Magisk gets caught off guard, but he stands his ground to deliver the fatal blow, down to 19 HP. 25 seconds to go, and Magisk was spotted. Crimbo is watching for this angle. 1 bullet will seal it up, and dupreeh now has to try and clutch. The thing is, though, he's got a vast advantage in terms of HP, but he's missed his opportunity. CSN spots him on the approach, and dupreeh has no idea to their current standing on hit points. Otherwise, he may go in for this. You see dupreeh as well sit back into his chair. It's going back in for seconds, and will be punished, and there's another player in, and Apex has such a poor whiff. CSN can't believe his luck as he gets another 2. Vitality, they are coming apart in front of our eyes right now, Blair. These last few rounds have been difficult to watch.
How does Apex whiff that? That was a free kill. That trade should have taken place immediately. But the protocol from Big are so good. Sirson on the ace bits. He's got 4 kills already. Favin will finish off dupreeh.
Out of control. Well, honestly, it was out of control 2 or 3 rounds ago. And as ZywOo, with his A4, had the right idea, but knows that his back is quite vulnerable to a fast push. Masuta in the same position, hasn't had too much success. Will that change in this round? Nope. It's more of the same. Magisk is the only player that's posting up anything in return. Tries to muster up the strength for a clutch, but instead it's a 2 and done. And dupreeh, the B defender, will be going in for this. It is the last round of the half. 2 of the 3 players are low. Tabson down at just shy of 70 HP. And that flash does connect, but there's no follow-up damage. dupreeh at least has a kit, has a smoke, has a little bit more in terms of that flashbang. And we've seen him go crazy in these kind of situations before, but it's not going to be happening here.
Not sure about that Molotov, though.
That Molotov is...
That's a wasted one, Vince.
Yeah, that forces a second one out there, and now 3 players, all at the forefront of the site. No one pushing on side. For the T's, there's no 2-pronged attack here. The easiest of frags out from Tabson forces Vitality away, and this comeback may have been cut abruptly short. This is looking so dicey on the side of Vitality. They still have ZywOo, Apex, and Magisk. All 3 of them are fragged pretty decently in that first half. Now ZywOo will be making moves onto the side to jump up, but ZywOo sees it, sprays down, knows the second player has to be there. 3-play-4 in this retake. Just making sure they're not getting flanked in. Magisk now with the spray, but it's not only good enough for 1, but maybe a second, as ZywOo's still alive, stuck in the ramp. 1-on-1, Crimbo's already clutched out a couple of times in this best of 3, but he has to go above and beyond. He's against the powerhouse of ZywOo. 46 HP, plays 57. And the smoke onto the side. ZywOo's going to use this to his own advantage. Pushes inside and has the perfect read. Clutches out for his team and gives Vitality a chance to come back. Cold. Masuta's already wrapping around the back. Big kill to Tizian. Has site control. And this central control puts Big in such an awkward position. Faven, though, comes out swinging. Lands the haymaker onto Masuta and Apex. Knocks them both clean out. And in doing so now, dupreeh has to make moves onto B site. Faven there on the generators. dupreeh pushing past it, navigating himself in, but Faven gets his 3rd. 19 HP left. Molotov's now descending onto the site, forcing the T's out into the open. Magisk trying to tap himself in with ZywOo. They're still with a chance, but Magisk has now been put down. ZywOo, with low ammunition, trades across to the M4. Stuck in the smoke, there's only 28 seconds. Big headshot, but there's Tabson for the re-engage. But Faven was just to navigate him way across, finally put down. Tizian comes in for 1. Tabson now steps up, but Masuta knocks him back down to the ground. And it doesn't seem as though Big have enough pieces to play with at this stage. They have to save.
They were telegraphing it's going to be a B hit for so very long. I am a little surprised why Big didn't peel more players back towards the B bomb side. So it's down to just the one defender. It was Favin again. We asked for him to deliver this time around. The flashbang was perfection. It was caught behind the pillar. The first player pushing into the bomb side, it was Dupree. He makes sure he checks the pillar position, finds him, and that's a B bomb that just busted wide open. It took a little bit of a while though, because the bomb was with ZywOo and it's a little bit far away, but there was no pressure being exerted by Vitality either towards mid, either towards ramp. And for Big, like considering the amount of utility being deployed towards the B bomb side, I was a couple of question marks there. They were still very committed. They were still so very convinced it was going to be a mid play coming out or a pincer play or could be a potential ruse. But because of that, allocating just to one player to defend the B bomb side, and once Vitality.
One-round deficit. Tizian will have some opportunity. Strikes once, but there won't be a second to follow it up. And Dupree is now closing the gap. But Favin is still alive on the site with a deagle. Ran out of ammunition, wanted to put down the smoke. And in amongst that action, the prodigy himself, ZywOo, will stand tall and deliver. Big have CSGO still, though. That AWP at the start of the round maintains its position, but he looks more like he's looking for exit frags than anything else. Tabson's whittled his way onto lower staircase. CSGO with a big pick. There is no kit between the two players, but there are two smokes and a HE, and still plenty of time left. CSGO's going in for this. They want this. They can sense the blood in the water, but CSGO narrowly navigates his way across, not to get fragged, and in doing so, his teammate is deemed forfeit, and he has to pick that AWP back up and save once more.
They've tied it up, Vince. They have tied it up. And somehow, this AWP in the hands of Sirison, it's like he seemingly had it almost every single round. At least equilibrium has been established for the time being for Big.
Those scales can quickly come undone for either team. 35 seconds. Smokes mollies being exchanged. Dupree needs his entry, and he collapses. Crimbo crushed from the AK-47. Flashes proceed to push. Tizian caught in no man's land, needs to get at least one kill. Is going to take the fight to Vitality, but that backfires. As ZywOo now gets sprayed down. Favin, 1-for-1 trade, but he's weakened two players up. But CSGO sprayed. First half was instrumental in all of their success, and Crimbo's forced out. Big kill goes in for one, bit of damage onto the second player as well. He's done his job, but this is where that mid contingent really comes to the forefront. They've got to try and repel this push, and Tizian does just that. Forces Magisk away. Maybe Big can mount a second round after all. Or perhaps not. Dupree is keeping that flame burning. CSGO simmers it down somewhat. Opposite number of ZywOo is suppressed, and Favin should have the bomb back down again. Dupree in a 1-on-3 with no control over the bomb is not looking good to pick up Vitality's 15th. But if he can just do a bit of damage on his way out, that may be good enough, because the finances still haven't fully recovered on Big. Dupree may be given the opportunity against Favin, but the timing works against him. Big
Dupree looking to find the opening.
Have Vitality taken too long? Have they overthought this? Here comes the smokes. Crimbo needs to rotate through. Tizian and Favin pull back to the generators. The smokes are good. The flashes on point. Molotovs all over the site. Now going to start to clear. But Favin in a good enough position to thwart this push. Spray through the smoke is good. Favin gets two, but Magisk and Dupree will counteract. 5 seconds left in the timer. Dupree puts an end to the life of Apex in, coming out second best in that spray. Tabson keeps himself alive. Flashes are good, and Crimbo's push even better. Masuda, the only Vitality player that has struck in this round, but that's going to be coming to an abrupt end. 28 HP becomes 0, and HG's being tossed in. Big looking good to maybe get their third round here, and considering that Tizian has just threaded the eye of the needle with the deagle, this round should be a done deal. It seems we may very well be going the distance. And Big holding on for dear life.
The deagle shot from Tizian. He has been quiet, but at least this time he delivers. They've seen the bomb as well. They know exactly where he is. And Dupree, gotta say, his days are numbered. They all peek him together. A couple of upgrades coming in. One more round.
ZywOo to have impact. He needs his AWP to have a little bit of lead.
5 seconds.
He's landed it onto the frag. The bomb's now getting planted down with just a second to spare. Vitality may have pulled this out of the fire. CSGO 40 HP, tabseN 4 HP. And ZywOo with a freebie onto tabseN. It looks like Vitality have stolen this 2v3 and made it theirs. But CSGO, down but never truly out of the situation, is coming in late. He has no kit, but he's landed the first frag. And he backs out of there. The kit was on the window, and dupreeh puts him down in the back. Up, and Apex puts lead through smoke. Finds Crimbo. Discovers a player advantage. 40 seconds remain. Vitality, as ever, keeping their options open. 2 players coming through mid, something we haven't seen a great deal of. Elevate is now under real threat. It's forcing CSGO's hand away.
What?
Shuts down Magisk in the back. Masuda can see the barrel of the gun. There's no way they can deal with this just yet because Vitality are spreading their way out onto the site where Faven lays in wait with his A1S. So much damage done. Masuda trying desperately to get himself a couple, but he will fall. And now Apex in a 1-on-3 with 14 seconds left. 42 hit points to his name. And he's hoping that one of these CTs pushes out. He's going to get aggressive. CSGO around the corner, though, will put him down where he stands. And big bounce right back.
That must have been a dead giveaway. ZywOo once again has to be the hero. They go for the boost. The timing is perfect.
Oh, the wall bang, though, from Tizian's up to the task. But it kills Apex, not ZywOo. So the man is still alive. Still a threat. With the A1S joined by Magisk. A duo of tantalizing prospects to try and lock this down, take us to second OT. There's a flank coming in. The spray down not quite there for both players, but the flash preceding the push before ZywOo takes the head of Tizian and knocks Crimbo down to 10. 30 seconds to play with. Crimbo's been in quite a few of these positions already today, with varying degrees of success, trying to fake out, and there is dupreeh. Be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. And second aggression. And now Tizian in for one. Apex with a spray only musters about 50 HP worth of damage, and Masuda goes down to the hands of tabseN. dupreeh, last man standing, last spotted in mid, and now walking over the corpse of his teammates on the B side.
This is such a good call from Big. dupreeh, you're probably wondering, you're in 1v3, guys. You just got the B bomb side. Why would it fall back towards A? But immediately pivots back. And if I'm dupreeh, I hold on to the AWP. And I toss it over towards ZywOo come the next round. The thing is time to work with. But first, they need to find a pick and opening, which hasn't gone their way. And you can see Big now slowly falling back, playing a little bit more of a passive angle. Faven is going to be left by his lonesome towards B, but he does have backup nearby. He's very low as well. And here it comes.
Flash, but still alive. The thorn in the side. The pain in the rear end on Vitality, but they're looking to try and take the fight. If they're going down, they're going out on their shield. And Faven, the meanwhile, though, is still alive, still kicking, still fragging, still cleaning up with tabseN as well. And this is looking like a done deal, unless Magisk can evict the CTs squatting on the site. 18 seconds, 10 HP, and the bomb down in an awkward position. Surely this is unwinnable. Molly down onto window. Now gonna look for the plant, but there's the dunk downtown from Crimbo with the HE, and we head to a third map.
They've grouped him from behind. They could find one. dupreeh spots a player, and that is the jig being up. Bomb should be planted, and Apex position here. This could be huge.
Be a free kill in the back of Tizian, can pick up the Julies if he wants them. Vitality, player advantage, post plant coming in. All 3 players clumped on the lobby. And dupreeh gonna get smacked down by Faven. Apex, in the meanwhile, steps up to the plate, but Matrix gets flashed out. Now ZywOo with a P250, point blank range, comes out second best. Apex has it all to do alone. Trying to play the time as well. There's no kit in the hands of Crimbo, who's being slowly put down in his grave. And Vitality...
Hands off the captain, that is tabseN. Molotov going to be deployed, and that is a little rough. They needed to get the boost, and they will not manage to do... Actually, they did manage to do so. So from above, tabseN can deliver death, and indeed he will find 2.
Oh my god, this round has spiraled out of control. Tizian, though, drops into his grave, his tomb. Final resting place is Squeaky as ZywOo will push him off his mortal coil. Taps and misses his chance, does a lot of damage to Mages. This is where the heaven proponent of Crimbo can finish off the rest. 5-7 in hand, and from above, he will rain down terror. For Vitality, they'll feel claustrophobic, like they can't really get anything done. They can't get a stranglehold over this round. And now Tizian getting aggressive with Faven, 25 seconds to play with. All these grenades coming out of Squeaky will stand to reason they're going to be pushing out there. That's the bomb. The bomb goes down first, gets dropped. They vent though with 2 players, but they have to come back up to pick it up again. They have somehow managed to do that, but it's at the cost of 3 lives. They line up. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but there's no HP left on Dupree. And although he may get a bomb plant finalized, nope, he won't actually. He'll get denied. Even if he did, he was a dead minute on the clock. ZywOo had chances. They were brief. They were glimpses more than anything else. And now Molotov forces away those players from the hub. And off the first time, that boosted up position could be so huge. Maybe not required because Tapson is doing it all alone. 3 kills to the IGL. Again, the impact cannot be overlooked of what he brings to the table. And Apex, on the other side of the table, is trying his level best to flip it over and take control. But instead, it is a 6-1 lead, and big...
Look at this aggressive posturing. Apex finding Searson. He will have his vengeance. And look at Apex charging in. And he's got to find more. He was blinded, Vince, but Tapson will fall.
Crimbo, though, can line them up. Only 1 kill. Heavy damage done. Masuda down to 10 and Apex on 9. Maybe Faven can clean this one up. There's the first. And it's a clean kill at that, losing no HP, grenade, just scraping ZywOo's knees, nothing too serious. But considering that started off in a 5 versus 3, Vitality not only desperate for the round, but need to get this one done and keep 3 players alive in the process. They have control over A. Faven and Tizian have moved out of position, but now Vitality have to clump together, have to get on the same page, put that bomb down, put the pressure on Big. Smoke onto main, Molly onto vents. But Tizian is lurking in the shadows, can hear the bomb getting planted down in the background, can't deny that just yet. And it would seem at this stage that Vitality are a shoe-in to take this round. Tizian, though, lining up the flash with Faven. Looking to try and explode out in the process, but ZywOo has his teammates back covered, and Faven is given the go-ahead to Sales on this half. But as I mentioned that, he comes through and takes Faven down with him. That's maybe the catalyst to some more success as ZywOo through the smoke. Pints is in for 1, but CSGO holds his resolve down on ramp before the opposite AWP once again rings out. Back and forth frags, and CSGO gets aggressive through a ramp side, through the Molotov. Is forcing and coordinating the T's into awkward positions, and Crimbo is cleaning them up. He's putting them down where they stand. ZywOo with it all to do. Takes down the first of Crimbo. Molly designated to heaven. And in this encounter, ZywOo already with 3 kills in this round, with a chance to clutch it out and put Big on the back foot. But CSGO is watching downstairs. The HP advantage firmly in favor to the Frenchman, but he's going downstairs.
Vents, 2 bullets and a deagle.
Only 1 required. He did just give his position away, but still takes down CSGO, who only had the crack this case of round 12. Crimbo, in the meanwhile, though, is forced out of position. Flashes aplenty. CSGO has a chance, and he will nullify the frag, but now the counter kills come into play. Apex with 2 as they drop down onto the B side. Faven and Tizian have to try and greet their oncoming. Invaders with open arms. ZywOo may miss with a deagle the first shot, but won't on the second. And now Masuda and Magisk, albeit on a low HP Masuda, have control over the bomb, and they have 17 seconds. Molotoving out the doors is huge because Tizian desperately wanted to peek through there. That should afford them safe passage for the plant, and indeed the post-plant as well. 1 grenade made all the difference in this round now, as an incendiary to the back boxes, clears out the angle with the HE, but Tizian also in doing so has given his position away. Flashbang out, he's being rotated on, he's being flanked, but it's not needed. Vitality have now strong.
They're going to open up the Squeaky, and that's the moment they break the window. However, backup could be nearby. Faven is there.
The window's now been smashed. Molotov towards ramp. Smoke also there. Flash is coming in. Beautiful. That's exactly what Vitality were looking for. However, what they weren't anticipating is Faven pushing through the Molotov, but now the spray is good. And with the post plant also coming in, CSN, they'll be looking to save this AWP, I think. He's half thinking about it. This may put him back into the game. This may put him into the round. He's been gifted a 1v1. And now switching across to his AK, there's plenty of time, even without a kit. Now he's picked one up. He's got a smoke, a HE, and a flash, but no idea as to Mazuta's positioning until it's too late. Which Dupree is about to come into. Gets the kill. 1 HP remains, though, for Dupree. And Magisk is watching Squeaky. The timing works against him, and the MP9 comes out ahead. That kill changes the dynamic of this round entirely in 1 second. That could have been Magisk wide swinging onto the site, but instead they have to push out onto Heaven, and there's not enough time to change their angle of aggression. For Faven, there's too many areas for him to watch out for, too many targets. 1 HP on Dupree, 25 on Apex. But a post plant comes in, and CSN, still on 100 or thereabouts, is making a move outside. They pass by one another. Dupree coming up the stairs is found and put down, laid to rest. And now Apex has to try and fend off this push. First spray is good on the periphery of the smoke. 25 against the 98, and time ticking away. No kit for Searson. He's going to stick on this site, going for the full defuse right now. Apex around the corner, just has to peek in. And even though he gets killed, there's no time. Apex will I was going to say the audacity to vent dive there, but Apex is already down. So you've just walked into your jail, your final resting place for round 19, and already only 2 players remain, one of which is the AWPing contingent of Searson, and the other is Tabson, who's hoping that Apex, who was last seen in vents, tries to come up. Searson making moves downstairs. Now, this is a really important round for Vitality. They're already in a great position, but their money is in no place to lose more weapons. They have got to hold on to this.
The question is, how are the two Ts going to be grouping on up? Searson head spotted. Apex. Tabson finds one in the meantime, Vince. 4v2 to a 2v2. Tabson, those days should be numbered as Magisk finds him. And Searson.
Even something to execute from Searson. Maybe the first player to peek. Thinks better of it. Molotov now will give their position away. Just shy of a minute on the clock. Searson through first. Gets the kill on Zywoo. He had no right to win that frag, but the triple spray down was available for Magisk, and he gets 2 in amongst all of this chaos. The clarity of Masuda to be pushing forward still to get 1 and to tag Searson down so low. That flank is pristine timing. And it should be the curtain coming down on round 21. Tabson, though, from the heavens, looking to smite down. Environment, and so far he is keeping himself alive. Will go down, that's an AWP that goes with him. Obviously can be retrieved later on, but this is where the Deagles start to get a little bit terrifying. Crimbo on the close angle. Not only is this not a clear-cut round, it's now a 2-on-2. This is a winnable round for Big, with elimination on the line, with so much at stake. Big have somehow brought this back, and now they have an AWP, and it's in the very capable hands of Searson. Faven playing bodyguard. Players isolated, separated by a thin veneer, a thin wall, and now the Deagle goes to town again. The patience of Faven proving to be such an integral part of this round. I cannot believe, Blair, we are in a situation where Big might be about to win with 4 Deagles and a Glock.
This could be a huge catastrophe. I just said, Vitality, you need to win a round like this without losing too many players in a 1v2. They don't have a kit as well. Thank you for the observers for pointing it out. He doesn't have a kit, and he can't afford the time to run all the way towards Hell and pick it up, because that's going to make a lot of sound as well and give away his position. Magisk needs to do the impossible now.
Pushing onto the site. No nades to draw out any of these angles. No idea as to where they currently possess, and he's just moved past. He's gonna get spotted, and Faven shuts him down. Big with Deagles have pulled this out the fire.
Couple of rounds, massive rounds. Tizen's gonna find the opening. Magisk will fall. Zywoo, though, he doesn't need a sniper. He's going to snipe away Searson with his M4A1, but Tizian somehow finding kills at will through the smoke. Apex will fall.
More trays, Dupree knowing the Molotov was down, repositioning, turning his attention as Zywoo now shows his hand from heaven. Oh, this combo is looking so sharp, but Tizian comes back once again, 1v1, and Zywoo holds his resolve. Smoke, he's on top of the vents. He can't quite dive down yet. He's looking at the top of HUD. Another frag for Searson, almost identical to the last time around. And suddenly it's in a 3-on-3, but there is a flanking contingent in play. The Faven will bypass that. Just Vitality peeking one by one. But Masuda has this in his hands, and he will not deliver. Searson throws the AWP in his way. An Apex and a 1-on-3 surely can't get this done.
There's no way. The moment he drops down, there is a player waiting for him. It is going to be Fab, and he spots his feet, and the bullets will decap.
Point of call, and Dupree can wide swing afterwards. Now they're spotted. Oh, the headshot is huge. Here comes Dupree. 2 kills go back to fourth, and the USP as well. Masuda showing his hand. The bomb spilled out. The bomb's in an awkward position. It's more headshots from ZywOo. A 1-on-3. Now the only silver lining for Crimbo is that none of these 3 players have Kevlar or rifles. It's USPs and a P2000. That's it, though. This is a winnable round for Crimbo.
But he's lost out of them, Vince. He has no idea what the CTs are. Vitality immediately evacuating the premises. They're like, cool, we're not going to give you the opportunity for a spray down. We're not going to allow you to isolate these fights and take us down. Because as you said, USPs, default pistols, a flashbang for Apex, no Kevlar, no nothing. 30 seconds to work with here. He's got the health, he's got a utility, he's got everything to work with. Time, however, is dwindling. He's got to punch in the digits on that bomb as soon as possible, but he's still walking, he's still paranoid.
How terrifying.
He's got a gun now.
How terrifying for Crimbo here. He's just like, I don't know where I'm going to get peeked from. It could be anywhere. 10 seconds, here comes a push in from Apex, but Crimbo successfully gets the bomb plant down. He's still got 2 flashes, he's still got a chance. Crimbo could be clutching this one out. The spray is good for 1, but there's Apex on the return. But outside control now firmly rests in the German hands. As you highlighted, Blair, Tizian 10 HP, Faven 8 HP, Searson also underneath 50. So all 3 of these players are easy targets. And with 30 seconds left, they're going to have to push at some point, and in doing so, one angle may go unchecked. One rock will go unturned. And that could be the one that bludgeons them to death in our first OT round. 20 seconds now coming up. Who will the hero be? Can Vitality withstand this 4-on-3 retake? Aggression now coming through. Dupree and Magus holding the line. It's the Great Danes who will take this round down, or will they? Vitality are fine giving up secret control.
They must have an AK-47 drop to its lobby, one would assume, right? So you can pick up the AWP, so pick up the AK-47 with Faven. Faven, Crosshairs trained though, and Masuda finds Tizian in the meantime, and now they're probably Vitality are like, wait, there are 2 AWPs, what in the name? But the bomb is dropped, and Faven needs to pick it up, and he's gonna come running out from the smoke. He manages to steal the bomb away and drops on Vents.
Excuse me? He should be dead from ZywOo, but still, how the hell has Faven survived that long? That's unreal. And now Searson with his AWP getting baited out from the doors. HE down, running around the corner. That shot is slick, and he would have enough time for the plants. This would be unbelievable, and it's not going to happen.
He does have backup nearby in the form of Crimbo on the side, but Magisk for the first test, and he will come out on top. Tizian falls. This defense is crumbling.
There's Crimbo again, though. He's had so much impact. Oh, nearly 3! But he's given Big a chance. A way back in, and Searson dart through the smoke, into the Molotov, but more importantly, into ZywOo's crosshair. And now Faven has to try and pull this clutch out of his pocket, and ZywOo, with yet another AWP shot, connects the dots and gives a match point, elimination point, in favor of Vitality. Coin though, there's no kits in play, no smokes, no incendiaries for Big. If they're going to win this round, it's going to have to be raw fragging power, and Tizian may be the man to deliver. 1 kill and a little bit of damage done onto a second player. They line up, but ZywOo continues to twist the knife in the side of Big. And Crimbo is the last man standing, the last hope, the last reprieve that Big have to build behind before they may be relinquished out of the major. Now, he's had some massive moments. He's had some huge spray downs, some huge clutches. But against 4 players retaking on the A site, this surely is too tall an ask for a player that is so inexperienced compared to his compadres. But there's the first shot. gives them a way back in, and a second, but it's the two weakened players. Time is so low, he has to get on this site right now, and there's the white swing, and there is Vitality living to fight another day.
Finally, they get a hug from Zonic. Apex collapsing into the arms of the big man. What a victory, what a win, what a battle.
You can see Apex is spent. He is exhausted. Understandably so. That was a